Welcome back to another episode of Wine After Whines. This is Janay.
This is Najah.
And we're back with another episode. Welcome to February 1st. How are you guys feeling? We're in a new month. This is a new opportunity to start your weight loss journey if you haven't already. And I'm giggling because every month I feel like I start a new goal, like a new weight loss goal or journey goal or whatever. Like, okay, so this month for the first 30 days, I'm gonna do blah 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 blah. And I'd be like, by week by week two and a week and a half, I'd be like, whoo, don't fell off a little bit there, sis.
A bit,
Just a
just a
little bit.
little bit.
But you're in luck because this month only is the shortest month. It only has 28 days. So bow, figure it out.
Wow.
So this weekend, I wanted to tell y'all what I did. I did a lifestyle photo shoot, my very first lifestyle photo shoot this weekend of my parentals. So it don't really count, but does it count?
It does count.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't know what a lifestyle photo shoot is, it's basically like candid pictures of you in like your natural elements, like your home. So I took pictures of them like in that I had like a little pillow fight with them in their room. I had them like, in the kitchen, like doing their normal stuff and then like on their couch and like lounging and whatever, gazing into each other's eyes because it's their anniversary. So that's the reason why I did the shoot. Um, I'm so hard on myself with these things, but I gotta, I haven't pulled out the camera to even look at the pictures. That's how hard on myself I am. I'll look at them later.
You haven't looked at them yet?
No.
Let's go through them together. I want to see.
Okay.
I do. I want to see them. I definitely do. I know you did amazing. She's an amazing photographer, period, hands down. And I would love to see this lifestyle shoot, like especially with Miss Tiffany, like
Oh my
and
God.
Marcus. Like I love them too.
What you do this weekend?
Girl, so as y'all know, last week I told y'all we got a new puppy. So being that this is our first big dog, because I've grew up with schnauzers my entire life, so that's all I know is small dogs. So we took him to training. So we're gonna do training for a couple weeks now, Friday and Saturday, just because one, I really don't have the time to train them really good because one, I don't know what I'm doing. So can't lie about that. And then two, and I'm not ashamed. And then two, I want to make sure he's safe for the kids. He is a Doberman, so they are very protective dogs, and they're very smart. So I want to be able to utilize and make sure this trainer pulls all of this out of him as much as we can. We're not going into the whole big old home protection training yet, just pretty much commands and how to interact with people. Super
Yeah.
excited about that.
Little Tonka Tonk. He gonna need
Little Tonka, yes. But that's not all I did this weekend, y'all. So I don't know if many people know that Janay and our other good friend Charity makes fun of me on a regular basis for not watching very much TV. Don't give that shocked face, you little fart. That's what I call my kids. But no, they make fun of me for not watching very much TV. So Charity actually suggested this new fairy fairy show that comes on Netflix, and it is, and I started watching it, and I am not gonna lie, y'all, I am into it.
stop.
What,
Let me just
what
pause there.
you
Charity actually suggested it. We have a group text called Old Lady Gang.
do?
Um,
That's a
because we're old ladies and we're a gang. And she Charity was talking to me when she suggested this Netflix series. Um, because me and Charity share that in common. And the only thing Naja likes to watch is Catfish.
listen.
And I tried to like get like the thing is I like watching. Okay, I'm not like a TV person, but I will binge a Netflix show real quick. And there's only like two or three things that I might watch on like TV. There's only one thing me and Najah have watched together, and that was To Tell the Truth, which is back, by the
I
way.
love that. You
It's back.
told me that, and I meant to reply to that. I'm so excited. I love that show. Y'all got to get with that too now. Come on. Yep,
Yeah.
she just rolled her eyes again.
But yeah,
But listen,
so it was
go
for me.
ahead.
But she just jumped on it. Time, like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, and she really only watched it for to prove us wrong. That's really the only reason why she started watching it. But continue. Go ahead. What's the name of the show?
Listen, shoot. I just listen, don't do this to me. What is the name of it? It's so good though. Hold on. Let me it's the only thing I have on my Netflix name right now. So I mean it's easy to get
I'll
to.
tell you. The name of the show is called Fate.
Fate.
It's number one
Yes.
in on Netflix as far as like popular series right now. It's about fairies and such.
Really good.
It's cool. I finished it already.
So okay, we'll talk about our next episode because I haven't finished it. But listen, I'm on the 4th episode. It's only like 6 in season 1, so I'm getting there. Y'all, that is one thing I did do this weekend because it was a gloomy weekend. It was raining all weekend and cold, so we kind of stayed in the house pretty much. And I did watch that. And then I'm gonna get into another one. I promise, because I'm enjoying this, sticking my headphones in my ears and watching it on my phone
Yay.
because I'm
Because
watching it on TV.
the reason I do like binging shows and stuff is because it's slick therapeutic. Like I get to take
Right.
myself away from what's going on like day to day and like put myself in something that ain't got like this stuff is so not reality at all. Like it's just so like far fetched that like I like that. And so even when I'm working, I'll like have a show, like even if I'm not like watching it, because I'm not a person that has to like just sit and like look at a show. And I'm sure you guys listening to the podcast don't just sit and just like stare at us.
Right. Right.
So it's like I have to have something playing in the background. So that's what I do. I binge watch shows and let it play in the background or like while I'm working or while I'm cleaning or whatever. So
Mhm.
I'm proud of you. I think you should embrace this.
I do.
And
Honestly, I'm the same. So when I used to go into the office, guys, I did used to, she knows, I was big on Breakfast Club. I'm not big on it anymore like that. But I used to be
it's not the
really big
same.
it's not the same anymore. So I used to be super big on them and I used to watch them all the time and have it, like she said, in the background, like while I'm doing my work, I have them going, even if I'm not like looking at them. And so I guess I'm gonna start doing that with these shows. Like I'm definitely gonna start doing that because like she said, it was like slick therapeutic. I will not deny it. I have been missing out. I have been missing out.
Time will tell.
Here she goes. Can we just move on? Because I just feel some shade, like just a little.
A whole palm tree, and I'm not denying it, but you can move on.
Oh, palm tree. She did not, y'all. Anywho, we're gonna move on to our famous social circle. And I hate to start it off so down in the dumps, but we have lost our beautiful Cicely Tyson this past weekend, and it is very heartbreaking. Um, she was what, 96?
Yeah.
And she looked amazing. The cause of her death, but I just hope she didn't take that vaccine. All right. Next thing.
Wait,
That's all I'm saying.
wait. Okay, so I do want to say that I feel like Cicely Tyson was like my grandma, and she was like America's grandma.
Of course.
And I literally thought she would live forever. So like when my mom like it's crazy because I be thinking about her like kind of like she's still hanging on. That's what's up. But like I have to look. She did an interview with Strahan, I think, or something like the day before, and then they put it out. I need to go back and look at
Recently.
it. Yeah, to see how she looked and everything. But I feel like she lived a full life. I mean, look, you about almost 100 years old. I mean, what else is there? What?
That's what my mom said. She was like, she lived a great life. And that's what made me say, she's good then. And she was
Yeah,
like, she lived a great life. Like, my mom was not sad, like, oh, she was like, she lived a great life. I was like, Ma, you right.
yeah, she
But
did.
she
I
did.
mean,
So I'm really, I'm really glad to have had time to experience some of her amazing work, So
yeah, and like,
that
who
was
is it?
that.
Hank Aaron. He got the COVID shots and he passed away, right?
Yeah, I don't know if Cicely Tyson did, but he did get it, and they're not saying that's the cause of his death at all. Y'all please don't. I'm not putting any rumors out there. I'm just saying, he did get it, and he passed away shortly after getting it.
After, but his family is continuing to urge people to go get COVID tests. I mean, go COVID vaccinations, which is weird to me. But to each his own, you know. All right, R.I.P.
That's all I can say.
Right.
Yes,
So
RIP
I
to
guess
some people.
I'll tell you the next one. The social cycle has been busy. Okay, this week, like busy. These people are on something else. So the first thing is Trey Songz. He was arrested because he got into a little scuffle with the police in Kansas City. He was at a Kansas City
What he got?
a little scuffle.
I'm done
um,
with you.
it was more of a scuffle than a fight. Um, and it was at a Kansas City Chiefs game, I think.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
I think he's out now because I saw him on a private jet with some girl recently. So he's out now. But what are your thoughts on that? Like, I know you had a little bit of a thought.
So I'm just saying, y'all could be mad at me, but I just think it could have been prevented if you just followed regulations. Like if they said put on a mask, put the damn mask on.
Was that the reason?
Like what we're going through in the world right now. Like that's what I read. That is what I have read according to TMZ. I don't know what other sources are saying. I know TMZ isn't 100% always reliable, but that's what I'm hearing. That they said that they communicated. They actually said that they communicated with Kansas City Police Department, and that's what they got from them. Is that he was told to. I guess some fans, some Kansas Chiefs fans, they were very upset about him not having a mask on and kind of like picking, like, put a mask on. And he told them to chill out, like, calm down. I don't know if he was saying, chill out, I'm gonna get it, or
Mm-hmm.
chill out, like, it ain't that big a deal. I don't know. But like I said, ultimately, you should have came in with a mask on.
Right.
Like, that's just what I feel like. You should have just came in with a mask on. You shouldn't have, if you got there, you shouldn't have took it off. You know how people are, like, don't start anything. I mean, just do that. Just go in with a mask. You know what times we're living in. Do it, and all of this could have been prevented, possibly. If like I said, from what I read from TMZ.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Maybe celebrities sometimes have a chip on their shoulder, so maybe he felt like, okay, I can just do what I want. But didn't he have COVID at one point? I'm confused. I thought he
he
did.
did. Did. He did have COVID.
So why
He
are
is
you? That's strange. Okay,
exactly.
people are
Moving on.
strange. Right. Okay. So moving right along. Uh, prayers up for Trey Songz. Get your life. And I like his
Yeah,
eyes, by the way. I used to anyway. Right about now, I don't know what I like about him, but like he has like some like he has nice like eyes to me. They
he
look
does have
and he
nice
has
eyes. I
like
think he's
innocent
beautiful.
eyes. Like I can't explain it. It's like they're more like they pierce in a different way. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know if it's the shape of
I
them.
mean, I guess I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look.
Anywho,
All
so
right.
Ludacris, our friend Luda, he was just minding his business, going to the ATM machine, and then his Mercedes Benz was stolen while he was
Just
at yeah, while he was at the ATM because he left the car running with the keys in the ignition.
in
Now,
Atlanta.
now,
Come on, Luda.
come on, Luda Love, you can't do that. You can't do that, Chris. You just gonna leave your stuff like that? That's not good. So
Wow.
this is for everybody who feel like they can just leave their car running. It can happen to you. So don't leave your stuff. And also, I was at the lock at my loctician this weekend, and he lives in Midtown, and his car got broke. Like not his car, but somebody in the parking garage. Your car got broken into. Um, Probably like a Benz or something too. But people also are leaving things that I guess they forget. There are still thieves out here. They're leaving things in their back seat of their car visible where people see it and they can bust your car window and get what they see in the back seat of your car. Don't do that. Like people are not this is not back in the 1980s where people are trustworthy. Well, I don't know if they were
Not at
trustworthy in
all.
the 80s, but you know what I
If
mean.
you even see, like, yeah, right. If you even see, like, on the news, steadily having people get their car broken into and they got a little child in the back, and people drive off with their kid in the back, and they're like, just give me my kid. You can see him running after the car from the surveillance tapes. So yeah, man, come on. Like literally, this junk is real. I mean, I hate it for Luda because he said, I ain't laughing, but I am laughing because he was like, man, I was just pretty much at the ATM, and then I just heard my car room off. I'm like, oh.
Corvette.
Pretty much they jumped in that
Oh my god, that's not funny, but it's funny. Look, be more careful out here.
Gots to be more careful.
Got to. Okay, so another thing in this social circle that I want to address is Lil Uzi Vert. Now, I don't know if y'all know who Lil Uzi Vert is or whatever, but he's a little rapper or whatever. I barely know his music, but this caught my attention because I thought it was this. Let me just read it. So I've been paying for a natural pink diamond from Elliot for years now. This stone costs so much. I've been paying for it since 2017. That was the first time I saw a real natural pink diamond. A lot of M's in my face. Okay, so let me tell you, Lil Uzi Vert is now putting a pink diamond in the middle of his forehead. Bow, right there. And he's been paying for it since 2017 because it costs so much money. Now he said this diamond costs more than his Bugatti. His Bugatti can't pay for it. All his cars together plus his house can't pay for this diamond. And that's why it took so long for him to get this diamond. Now, I think this is the stupidest thing I ever heard in my entire life.
Just to put in the middle of his head.
Yeah. Like, what is inspiring you to go get a pink diamond that costs more than your cars and your house and everything combined to put it in the middle of your forehead? And the reason why he said he gonna put it there instead of like on a ring or with jewelry or whatever is because he don't want to lose it. So he gonna have to implant it in his face because he can't lose it that way. What are your thoughts on this?
Listen, I don't even know if I have damn thoughts on this. Like, what the hell? I mean, okay, maybe this is just these young kids. I don't know, because I know he is younger. It's this new generation of rap music, like the culture of the new generation of rap music, shall I say. I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't have
Folks are going that they need, like, okay, as soon as you become a rapper, it's about like what your ice looking like, how many chains you got, how many watches you got, how many wrist girl, what you call it? They're drinking too much wine. Bracelets,
wine.
all of that, like how much stuff you got. Like, why does that even matter? Why? I mean, get you a nice necklace and a nice, like, you know, a couple Rolexes and rings and stuff. But why you gotta be like drip? Like all your stuff gotta be like why?
Right off. Tax right off. I don't know. This is ridiculous. Like, this dude is seriously about to put a house, a Bugatti, what else he said? All his cars together in the middle of his forehead.
Right there.
Not his forehead, his forehead. Because I just really feel like,
so when he died, he gonna have this whole thing just like looking like a
unicorn.
I don't know what he gonna look like, but I just think that's even DC Young Fly. I love DC Young Fly, but what inspired the tattoo like right here though? Dog? Like,
what made DC get that? I think it had something to do with his lifestyle before.
Yeah, but that's fine. He could have put it on his arm. I just don't understand why I gotta be right here. I get the tattoo. I get it.
I think it's a DC.
It is a DC. It stands for the crew or something like that. Like he had a group. Yeah, the crew. Which is fine. You can be with the crew. But don't put it like, guys, don't do that. Don't do that. I just don't understand. It's right there. Now every time you get an acting gig, they gotta cover it up. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, get it removed. Look, Plies took his teeth. If Plies can take his teeth out and start over, then, you know, people can start doing that. I don't understand.
Anybody can. Anybody can do it.
Hello?
Anybody can do it.
Okay, y'all. So we're gonna pause for the cause. We're gonna get Najah connection right because this next social circle topic is gonna be a doozy. All right, I think you back, friend. Okay.
So I'm back. Okay. Sorry, you guys. But anyway, yes, we got one more good social circle for y'all. And this is still developing. So friend,
I'm stressed.
What's going on with T.I. and Tiny? You say you stressed?
I am stressed.
I am stressed. Let me say this. So, I mean, for people who don't know, it's some woman who came out about T.I. and Tiny sex trafficking young girls or underage people, underage women, and he put a gun to her. I'm just naming stuff, y'all. This in no particular order. Just he put a gun to this girl head and a bunch of stuff about them in their bedroom. So, and then Shekinah, Tiny's friend, came out and said some stuff. Then she came back and said some more stuff. T.I. gave his piece. Tiny ain't said nothing yet that I know of.
Well, she said when the girl first came out, the girl, the accuser, her name is Sabrina Peterson. She when she first came out and said all the allegations about, the first thing she said was that Tip put a gun to her head while she was beating up the assistant who was treating Tiny bad. So that confused me because I'm like, why are you beating somebody up and now you the victim? I'm not saying she's not right, but it's just like, okay, so you beating somebody up, then Tip was like, get off them, you know, pow, pow, and I'm gonna shoot you or whatever. He threatened your life. I get that. Okay, cool. So now you upset about that, but apparently this happened back in like 17 or something. Like this ain't even recent. Like that happened a long time ago. So Tiny responded to that and was like, you really weird. Like just 2 years ago, you was calling Tip uncles, calling him uncles to your boys, to her kids. So it's like you being really weird.
Mm-hmm,
Like,
mm-hmm,
why are you talking about that? Whatever. So then after that, um, I know T.I. came on and gave his spiel. You know, he used a lot of words, and he said, basically, in a nutshell, he said, um, anything that happened in their bedroom was consensual, and he
mm-hmm,
was saying that at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it in I'm a paraphrase in Janay's terminology. Um, what they got going on in their bedroom shouldn't be our business. Yes, they be hooking up with other folks and doing other things, but the people that they hooked up with, threesomes and whatever they got going on in their bedroom, everybody agreed to do it, and it wasn't any young girls involved or anything like that. Now, I must say that Sabrina Peterson did go and get a lie detector test taken, but the three questions that were asked were had to do. She took a detector test, and they asked her three questions, but the three questions were only in regards to Silk pulling the gun out on her. They weren't in relation to the sexual assault charges or allegation, the trafficking allegations or anything like that. So that kind of threw me off. And Shakana came on there with her rants about the Sabrina really want Tiny, and that's what the whole drama is in the first place. Blah blah. What do we see? Look, and I just want to say this. This is my take. Number one, I would pray to God that Tip and Tiny are not those people. I pray that they aren't.
mm-hmm,
They have young kids. They have a lot of kids, and I would
mm-hmm,
pray that they wouldn't be the type of people that would um, do things like that. Now, Tip, he a little off. He might be a little bit narcissistic. He might, be a little bit, whatever, womanizer a little bit and straight disrespectful to women sometimes and all of that. I don't know if I feel like he's done that. They've done that, but then again, you never know. You don't know, and all of this is alleged. But what I feel is, I know for I ain't gonna say I know for a fact because I can't say that, but I have strong feelings that they definitely been in their room, in their bedroom, inviting people in and doing all kind of stuff, just like Candy and Todd and what they do in their bedroom. Um, I also think it's none of our business what they do in their bedroom as well. I don't know if Sabrina got hurt
mm-hmm.
some kind of way in the situation. Maybe she was falling for one of them, and then one of them they cut her out. I don't know. I don't know, because my thing is, if he put this gun to your head back in the day, why are you just now addressing it now? And then Sabrina is the one who's allegedly bringing all these other people in, saying that these are women that have also said that that they've been assaulted or whatever, been trafficked by them. And
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm rambling, but I just feel like this is a lot to unpack, this story, and I just pray that they not those type of people. I mean, I really do. But this is a prime example of why you don't allow other people in your bedroom in the first place. We wouldn't even be having this conversation had they let their marriage be between them, and that's it.
Yeah.
You can't be
That's
satisfied with
the
your wife, with just your wife. You gotta invite other people in.
mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Going back, I know that from what I've heard, of course we live in Atlanta, so we know people who know people who know them and all that type of stuff. So I've heard for a long time they've been swingers. Like they have always wanted that sexual thing, is they wanted other people in the bedroom with them or what have you. So even when they first went through that first little breakup, that little breakup they did with that chick, the little model chick, people were like, but why? Because y'all are swingers anyway. And that's what I was getting from my ears in the streets. Like, we don't understand why they upset or why this breakup is happening. Luckily it didn't go down. But the whole thing is, like you said, what's the point of, if you're not satisfied with your wife, you don't need to be bringing other people in. And if you bringing other people in, that's what's causing this issue right here. But it's none of our business, I guess, what they do on their own time and behind their closed doors, which is totally fine. That's them. Ain't got nothing to do with me. That's them. My thing is, like you said, why are women just now coming forward with this? If you had an issue with it then, you should have said something then. Because the woman who's the accuser, this what's her name, Sabrina?
Yeah.
She's like, I mean, you're of age, so you could have came forth back then. But obviously you enjoyed what you were doing, and obviously you were getting some type of compensation out of it. And maybe it stopped. I don't know. But although Shakana's rant was a little hood, it was a little out there, I do feel like when you think back to all of these people who had accusers of them, Bill Cosby's and all of this stuff, they never had a friend come forward for them. But these people actually did. Somebody come forward for them who she said she's like, I don't deal with them in the bedroom, which I know a lot of people thought that she was at one point. But I believe her. I believe that she's probably never been in that room with them. I believe she's really just a friend. And with that being said, she did come forward. You don't get that from any other accusers. Other cases, like I said, the Bill Cosby's and all that stuff. You don't really get too many people to like they friends to step forward for them and say stuff. And I know they do got a little hood friend here, so of course she is gonna step. But she probably knows some things. She might do know some stuff that we don't know. And like she said, she had to get her a lawyer or whatever. Do I think she should have did that? Probably not. You probably should
I
have.
feel like she made it worse.
Yeah, y'all should have sat down like, hey friend, I'm here for you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want me to do something, I will. But you just went on live, like that's why y'all know me in this social media thing, like y'all take it too far. It was nobody's business. It's not your place to come out and speak on another situation, no matter if you are in your feelings or not. Control them feelings, because now you on live and that can't be erased.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's all out there. Like I said, I give you your credit for coming forward for your friends, but how you did it was not the right way. And then you had to come back and retract some stuff because you had to say some stuff to cover your ass. So you really got to watch what you do before you jump out there like that. That's just my personal opinion. I wish the best for all of them. This is a developing story, so we'll probably talk more about it next week. But yeah, this is something serious, especially if it's dealing with young kids and trafficking.
It is.
So I just really pray this is all false. I do,
I do
because you
too.
got a whole family and a
Yeah.
new grandchild.
And like Tip is looked at as I don't know what word I want to use. He's respected in the South, in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
for some, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like if this comes out to be like true, then it's like, dog, like losing all respect for you, because that's horrible.
Yeah, that's gonna crush a lot of people if it's true.
Like we know he's been trafficking drugs and stuff before. Um, we just hope he ain't trafficking
He
other.
even kind of mentioned that on his live.
Yeah, he did. He was like,
Yeah, he even kind of mentioned that. He was like, I ain't never trafficked no women, no young girls. I mean, I ain't saying traffic nothing else. Of course, that wasn't his exact words, but just go listen to it.
yeah.
I mean, I've felt his statement genuine,
I
but I
met
don't know. I'm
Tiny.
no lawyer. I
Yeah, I mean, I met Tiny
mm,
and T.I. before, and I did their son King and their son May. No, I did King's birthday party and the Money's birthday party when I was working at Max Fun. When I was working at Max Fun, and I'm laughing because Najah hates when I talk about Max Fun. But I was their party host for their kids, and like I ain't get no like weird vibe. Like I ain't get no vibes like that. Like, I don't know. I've been
Mm-hmm.
around them like twice, for, like heavy, and I ain't really getting no. I don't know. I feel like I'm a good like judge of character, but I didn't feel that from them. Yeah, they might be a little kinky, but I don't. I didn't feel like, oh, we trap like that. You know, they be trafficking.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't
I
know,
don't
but
know.
because it's like Monica is friends with them. Like, would she wouldn't. And I've been around Monica a lot. We had the same hairstylist when I
Mhm.
had like straight hair, and I'm like, would Monica want to be around that? Like, I like her. Like, she seemed like a stand up person, but you don't know these people, so I don't know. Like,
You don't know none of them. But I mean, until of course something like this happened. But I mean, I don't know. I kind of felt his statement as genuine. I did. I really did. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I hate it if it is true. I hate it for the women, but at the same time, I mean, nah,
and one
I
more
don't
thing,
know.
like, I just want to say, like, why I just don't know women. Why confide into this Sabrina lady when you could have told the police all of this information? Like, y'all came to her to vouch for her and say, yeah, he did this, he did that. But why y'all didn't speak up? If y'all need to go file a police report. Where are those at? If you're bold enough
Exactly.
to talk to her about it, now y'all need to go talk to the police, like, and
100%.
file a actual report. So I don't know. It's a weird world out here. Hopefully they get it settled, and we'll keep y'all posted on this developing story.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so moving on to our relationship corner. What we want to talk
Yeah.
about is relationship goals. Okay, goals. All right, and basically the difference between relationship goals as social media sees it, and then relationship goals as like in real life goals. I know,
Reality.
right, reality. I know that Naja has been told that she's, relationship goals and all of that before. Um, don't nobody talk to me, so I don't know what they say about me in my relationship. But
Chill.
they they know I don't talk to nobody. So besides that, like, I wanted to just address what people see as goals and give y'all some real advice on this.
Real life.
Okay. So this is what relationship goals, and feel free to chime in, Naja, at any point. Relationship goals from a social media aspect looks like, oh, you have the house. Oh, you have a car. Oh, y'all have a dog, picket fence, all of that. You got
Mhm.
you got two kids and you got a boy and a girl. Okay, this is my life. This is also your life right now. And
It
y'all be
is.
traveling, y'all be taking lovey-dovey pictures, y'all just look like y'all love each other, y'all are goals. Like, y'all seem like y'all, you're good parents, and blah 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 blah, etc. etc. Do you have anything to add to that list?
No, it's exactly what it is. I mean, like you said, when it comes to social media, yeah, pictures and that's what it looks like, and this, and that. Although a lot of it, like you said, it is true
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to us at times. But continue. Let them know
Okay.
reality.
So let me tell you what a real life goal. Like, if you get out your pencil and get out your paper, because I'm about to tell you what you need to be looking for relationship goals. It should not
Yes.
be the image. When you're looking
Mhm.
for a relationship, it shouldn't be an image that you're putting out there to people. Because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, what you the things that you have worked on in your relationship is like a seed being planted into the ground, and then the things that have been the work that you put in is like you creating a garden, and you watering that plant, and you watering that plant, and then what you see when that plant is now a flower, or whatever, is the manifestation of the hard work that was put into it to grow that plant in the
Yeah.
first place. So what y'all are seeing is the house, the car, the kids, the dog, the picket fence, and the smiles and the giggles and shit, and like what's gazing into each other's eyes and all of that. But what you have neglected to see is the actual work that was put into all of that to even get to that place. So what y'all really need to be looking at is real life relationship goals: being debt free, having your credit right, so y'all can actually go purchase these things that you looking for. Having money in your savings and having things stored away for emergency purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Being emotionally connected to your partner, that
Mm-hmm.
has a lot to do with a lot of things. Um, Having intimacy with your partner, not only sexual intimacy but non-sexual intimacy. Being able to spend time with your partner, being able to sit down with them and be able to have a conversation. Some people are with people that they don't even like, but they'll post some pictures for the gram real quick. And then if you could see behind these people walls, one of them sitting over here, one of them sitting over there, and they on their phones, they barely looking at each other. It was the other day when I retwisted Drew's hair, where he was like, let's put on a movie or whatever and watch the movie while while you twist my hair. And I was like, you know what? Let's not. Let's put our phones down and let's turn this movie off, and I'm gonna retwist your hair, but let's just talk
Mm-hmm.
with everything off. No distractions, no electronics, no nothing. Like, how was your day today?
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about this week? Like, what is going on with you? Like, how's, like, what fears do you have? What anxieties do you have? Like, is there anything I can help you with? Like, loving on your partner is more than just sexual, and the time spent with them is more than just, oh, I'm here. It needs to be intentional. There needs to be intentional time spent. Like, I know, not to like derail, but I know like you had like a kind of like week, yeah, like week last week, and it was like whatever, like things like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you sense your partner going through like a tough week and things aren't really aligned that week for them, like, how can I help you this week? I know that you had a tough week. Like, what can I do? Like, that is goals, friend. Like, that's goals. Investing in each other, pushing each other. If you got a goal that you're trying to reach, how can I help you get to that goal?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I wrote something that said real goals are the things that people don't see. So that's what I talked about before. The hard work you put in and the sweat and tears that you put in, those are the things that people don't see. And those are that work is the real goals that y'all should be seeking, because it's deeper than just the house, the car, the stuff don't matter, because at the end of the day, if all of that stuff was taken away from you and you can't survive your relationship, then you didn't have a real relationship in the beginning to begin with, because your foundation at the end of the day has to be solid and set. And if you don't have that foundation, pandemic, hell, high water, whatever comes your way, if it can shake you and move you that quick, then that wasn't goals to begin with. And some of y'all be following people that aren't goals because you think they goals because of the stuff you see, but some of that stuff ain't solid, and you would see it if the stuff was starting to move. And I had to like look at myself, because I'll be looking at people like, I don't get to travel as much as I want to, and I do have kids and whatever. But it's like, I look at people like in Dubai, or in, like, I was looking at one of my friends the other day. She was in Egypt or something. Like, I don't know where she was at. She just be all over the place, like riding camels and stuff. Like, she just be gone, like gone. And then I was like, I had to check myself, because I'm like, oh, like, I don't get to do this. Like, I don't get to go places like that and do this. And Drew was right there with me. He was like, Girl, she's single. She ain't got no kids, no husband, no nothing. Like, like, yeah, she can travel the world. She ain't got nothing. Like, she took her down, and it's like he was like, we working towards that, and that is true. Like, we working towards to be able to do those things, and when we get there, it's because we laid our foundation and we're solid on that. So if you see me somewhere on the camel one day, it's because we worked hard to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I 1000% agree. Definitely you're gonna get this facade. People are gonna give you this picture, and this is not even the single people who's doing this stuff. I'm talking about your people who are married or coupled up or about to get married. I see this all the time. I see this all the time on social media, and I see the next year or so they single, going through a divorce because one did this and one did that, and then they're struggling. Listen, how a lot of, like she did mention, a lot of people will say stuff to me like goals, or how did you get there, or I want this, I want that, but don't nobody ever want to put in that hard work. Like, we put in work. We didn't just wake up one day and everything was peaches and cream. No, we put in work with these kids, this house, these cars, everything. We put in work. Yeah, we have a great relationship. I will never ever deny that. I will never deny that I am happy, because I am very happy, but it took steps to get there. And he knows it and I know it. But everybody else don't know it. And it's not everybody business either. See, what y'all do is, and I don't want to say y'all like everybody, but what y'all do is y'all put out these pictures of y'all, of y'all out eating, you're out doing this and you're out doing that. Yeah, you're showing the good times, but stop focusing so much on trying to make us look at you like, wow. No, stop trying to impress us, because at this point in my life, I still see my people do it, and you're not impressing me at all anymore. Yeah, you might used to, but I am not impressed, not even this much.
Especially when you know because that.
Yes, and it's like, exactly. So stop, because it's not. I mean, like, you can do that, but make sure your home is happy first. Because it's too much I see where you're not technically happy. You're putting something out there to make people think you're happy. No, put in work so you can truly be happy. Just put in the work. So, like, if you want to consider me or Janay relationship, or the next person relationship goals, okay, you can I don't mind. Use us as goals, but talk to us. See what we went through. Because it was not a hop, skip, and a jump. Like, we literally had to crawl through some obstacles to get to where we are today. You got to jump some hurdles to get where we are today. And I'm still going through obstacles so I can get to where my parents are or your parents are. And you know what I'm saying? We're still working. But and like she said, that communication, that intimacy on a sexual and non-sexual level, that all has to be aligned. I'm still working on certain things. He's still working on certain things, but we are at a common ground. And that's the thing. When it comes to a relationship, you have to have a common ground. You have to have understanding between you and your spouse, you and your partner, before you go live this lavish life. Because at the end of the day, you might be in Dubai with your husband, but make sure once you get back on that plane to get back to the United States, that y'all, like, you coming back to a happy home. Because that would have been a waste of some thousands of dollars that you just spent to go to Dubai, and now you back in the United States when you just could have went down the street and had a good dinner and made your damn relationship better. But you got to put on face. You don't have to put on face all the time. Just my little rant for a second. Just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I sincerely agree. I agree. Like, I used to shy, like, while you were talking, like, I used to shy away from people saying, oh, y'all goals. You know, but then while you was talking, I was like, you know what? I am goals. Like, because we've been through the mud. Like, I'll take that. We are goals. Like, I used to be like, oh no, don't say that. No, I'm goals because whew, girl, I am like you said, I am sincerely happy. I am happy and I can say that and mean it.
And mean it.
And mean it. Like I am. So
I am not on no verge of divorce right now. Like it's just because I don't I have a particular person that I follow on Facebook. And I promise you, Janay, I thought these people were happy. Like I like to this day, I'm still like, what the F? Like y'all literally showed face. Because next thing I know, she's like, F him, I'm getting a divorce. This and that. You was never a real man. Like, I'm like, he was never a real, but you just posted that he was like, y'all was, I don't know. So that's the reason why I'm saying, like, make sure you're sincerely happy. Like, you gotta be happy. You got to.
yeah.
So
If y'all see me
that's
pop up, God forbid, talking about some, I'm not gonna do it no more. It's not because I was pretending. It's because I'm not like that would be the shock. I would be shocked just as well as y'all. I'll be like, well, we ain't together no more. I can shoot. Could have pulled
you
me
might
out.
have to work this
No. Okay, so take that with love. We try respectfully. I don't know. I don't know how it came across, but take that as you can, as you will, and apply it to your life.
right.
Right. Moving on. So the wine after wine tip of the week will be dedicated to Black History Month. So every week we're gonna give you guys a Black History Month either facts or something we found that's unique that we didn't know or something like that. So the first tip of the week for Black History Month is going to be how it all started. So Black History Month started as 1 week. It was not a week. It was not a month. It started in 1926, and it was called Negro History Week. It started by a Black man named Carter G. Woodson. He was a historian, an author, and journalist. Um, the reason he started this week is because he was so tired of us not being represented in the history books, and he's an historian. So he was like, okay, I gotta create a week for my people so we can celebrate as well. This particular week was chosen because it coincided with the birthday of Abraham Lincoln on February 12th, and then what we perceive to be Frederick Douglass's birthday, because we don't really know that, but we roundabout is around February 14th. And back in the 19th century, that's when we celebrated these dates the most. Yeah, so that was pretty much how it started with
Yeah.
Carter Woodson.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love the fact that we're gonna do this for this month of February. Y'all know we touch on a lot of Black culture here on this show often. One thing I do want to know, I do want to say is that Black History Month mainly focuses on American history, more than that too, guys. So we definitely need to step outside of the box and understand that not just, we were not just slaves, of course, like um people think we were. We were not just slaves. We were kings and queens, and we were royalty. So we definitely need to touch back into more of that than just this plain Black, just the, what I mean, just like the American Black history. So yeah.
Yeah, we
What do you
definitely
think
need
about
to.
that?
Yeah, we definitely need to dig a little bit more into our Black history, because what we've been taught in school is just what we've been taught in school about American history and American Black history. And like Naja said, like we were we were kings and queens and royalty, and we were so much more before slavery. But we like to be beat
Mm-hmm.
over the head with y'all were slaves, y'all were slaves, y'all were slaves so much. And we were segregated and blah 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 blah. We weren't worth nothing. But one day we were, before that we were. And hopefully we can get back to that. So let's do more research on that. Also, another fun fact is that Black History Month wasn't celebrated in the United States of America until about 1976, which took us a long time to actually celebrate the whole month. And Canada didn't celebrate Black History Month until 1995. We also just want to encourage everybody to learn more about Black history, and not just in the month of February. It's great that it's a reminder for everybody to learn a little bit more, but let's try to do it more than just in the month of February, and learn a little bit more about Black history outside of your famous American Black history icons like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. So that is your Wine After Wine tip of the week, and I hope that you have enjoyed this tip. Okay, moving right along. So,
I think it's a good tip.
For Janay's honest moment, I want to just say that I saw this, and I saw this week, and it just touched me, so I wanted to share it with y'all. It says 2021 is some pressure. Okay, you're expected to be a TikTok star, a Clubhouse influencer, an Instagram content creator, a full-time entrepreneur, trade stocks, start a second business with a $600 stimmy, date night, date the right person, be couple goals. We just talked about that. Be a civil rights activist and collect art. Like, sheesh, like you expected to be so much. So this touched me or spoke to me because I was scrolling, minding my business. And it's like, yeah. And I put myself in some of these boxes too. Like, okay, I gotta be on TikTok. I gotta be on Instagram. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Da, 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 da. And what I'm just finding out is that just be you. And find whatever platform you want to be on and just be you. And the authenticity of you being yourself is what's going to get you to where you need to be. Just if you are a content creator or whatever, I mean, this is not for everybody. Everybody don't want to do no podcast, and everybody don't want to create no content, and that's fine. But don't feel pressured into doing those things. If you're good at sewing clothes, go sew some clothes. Like, this ain't gotta be your thing. Like, if you good, one of the girls in our group, she's making salads to save money for her accounting career. I think she said she's doing something she's doing on the side. Make your salad, sis. Like, do what you have to do to get where you need to be. Don't look at what everybody else is doing and then automatically feel like you gotta fit in that box, and you gotta go viral off of one of your TikTok videos. Like, don't do that. And it ain't worth it. And this $600 stimmy still ain't hit my account, but that's besides the point. So, and I also wanted to say, my Apple Watch is a hater. This is my honest moment, and I just need to get this off my chest. I don't know how Najah feels about it, but my Apple Watch is a whole hater. I don't know what kind of sorcery or witchcraft she has going on at her house, but we follow each other on our watches, and her fitness tracker, like, I'll be like out of the bed early or something before her, and then my jump be like, okay, you're at 3%. Najah get out of the bed and her jump all the way to 20%. I'm like, what in the world? I don't understand. I am frustrated because we work the same type of job. Like, we sit down at work, at least I do. I don't know what she be doing. Apparently, she's not sitting down at work. I mean, I be at work like typing away at my computer, doing my little job and stuff. Najah is apparently doing full-on marathon in the middle of her shift.
She lying.
I just had to get this off my chest because it's really been bothering me. I really be like, what? And then we spend a majority of our time on FaceTime, and I'm like, I see her sitting down. So I'm like, so when we hang up, I swear she like, when I be like, okay, bye, she click bye, and then she be like, that's what happens in my head. That's what I think is happening. So I had to get that off my chest.
She is on a full rant about this Apple Watch. She has been cussing me out for days about this. She like, what do you do? Do you sit at your desk and do this all day? I'm like, no. But I literally I still got one at home. She got to remember that. See, both of hers are in school, physical school. I got one at home. I'm still running around with him every day.
Nope.
But see, she also, when I wake up, I put my watch on. She don't put her watch on because let me tell you why. Her junk ain't charged half the time. So she's sitting here and she fussing at me when she need to be fussing at herself. And the watches, if you got an Apple Watch, all you got to do is connect this little magnetic circle to you. Ain't even got to plug it in there. All you got to do is sit it on top. Boop. That's it. And her stuff still don't be charged. Come on, talk to me.
Try to go off on me because first of all, our Apple, even when both my kids was doing virtual learning at home that week, and I'm running back and forth with my kids. Obviously, I'm taking smaller steps. I don't know what's happening, but maybe I need to like stretch my legs out a little bit more. I don't know what it is. I asked this girl how many times she don't climb her stairs because I was like trying to compare. She had climbed her stairs 4 times. I climbed mine 3 times. I still don't understand why you're at 80% and I'm at 20. It's not adding up. So my Apple Watch is a hater. Even when we do our little workouts, her circle be like completed and mine be like, okay, like you did something. Like I don't know.
Yeah, she is being so dramatic.
Nope.
My daughter is her daughter. They're both dramatic. Both of them. They're dramatic. I'm gonna put my watch on after I take my daughter to school tomorrow and see, and she's gonna be ahead of me. Watch. I'll report.
Don't give me no head start. Just text me and say watch on, and I'm gonna say watch on. And then text me when you're moving so I can start moving. I just need to make sure that my junk ain't like it ain't messed up or something. Yeah, it's probably malfunctioning. Like something ain't.
I think yours is because me and Charity kind of be neck and neck, and I know Charity. Well, she got a little one, so she be moving too. Because me and Charity, like she always when she actually wears it, we be neck and neck. Yours is probably just malfunction. Let's go drop it off at the Apple store when we in the morning. No. Don't give me that look. I'm gonna move on so she can get out her feelings about this watch. Anywho, guys, let's get into a little knowledge with Najah. And so, you guys, I'm actually gonna speak on something super quick, super simple. Let me start by saying you become what you feed your mind. Food that comes into your system. I am actually talking about what you feed your mind. If you're feeding your mind so much negativity all the time, you're going to become that. You're going to become that negative person. When you take your time and you start feeding yourself positivity, you start manifesting things starts to happen. Put things out in the universe. Get positive people in your circle. I literally had to do that. I'm not saying I didn't have a good circle, but I am saying the people that are in my life right now, they're in my life for a reason and they're there to stay. And the people that I don't want to let go, I love them with a long spoon. Is that how they say it? Long-handled spoon. Like that's what I have to do. Because I just can't deal with so much negativity. Like I can only put up with so much negativity. I know, I'm good at, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I am good at giving advice at times. And so I have my friends come to me, you know, with their problems. And I don't get a, hey Najah, how are you? How's the kids? How's your husband? How's your mom? Like, I don't get that. I do get that from Janay. I get it from Janay all the time. I'm not gonna lie. That's the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I brought her. She's in my life for a reason. Um, and we don't do nothing but feed positive energy back and forth. If I'm down, she's there to pick me up at times. When she's down, I'm there to pick her up at times. And that's the same thing with our husbands. Same with my husband. Same with her husband. Like, that's the point of finding a spouse, is like that spouse is there to help you when you're down, and vice versa. And I just know so many people feeding themselves negativity and bringing negative people in their lives, and it's kind of like, I mean, that's what you're becoming. So try your best to feed yourself some positivity. Like, try to enlighten your brain, your mind, your body, your soul, because it's, listen, people can tell them, Janay,
I
people can
agree.
mess
Yeah.
people can mess you up, mess up your day, mess up your life. So
Yeah. I literally, it's crazy you bring that up because I literally just had this conversation with somebody. Um, it's crazy how you can be connected even to a spouse that you shouldn't be connected to. And how they can either bring out the best in you or the absolute worst in you. And
mhm,
and and it's like that with your circle. Like you could bring like you can be around a whole bunch of people who feel like, woe is me. I'm never gonna be nothing. I'm not nothing. I'm just, you know, the pandemic. You know the stuff I say when we say we broke. I'm like, we ain't broke,
we in
because
between.
you don't want to claim that. Like it's like you need people that's gonna remind you, like, sis, you
Mhm,
got it. Like it's okay. Cause I'm not saying every day is gonna be a perfect day. Some days is gonna be days where you feel like I'm defeated and I can't, I can't make it. But that's when it's important to have a strong circle of like-minded people and
mhm,
that you can pull from. You know what I mean? So I think that was a really great
mhm.
knowledge with Najah. I agree with everyone.
I thank you. I thank you. Yay!
Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm a little bit tipsy off this wine. I'm not gonna lie. I've been told that I close my eyes a little bit more when I'm tipsy. Shauna, I'm sorry. I apologize. Um, we want to thank you guys so much for listening to our episode. And make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Wine After Wines on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of it. Follow us on Instagram. And we'll see y'all next week. Have a happy, happy, happy week. Pay your rent. It's the first of the month. All right. Bye.
Bye, y'all.